All right, it should be recording now.
All right.
Oh shit.
All right, what's up, y'all? Welcome to the Overlooked and Underrated podcast. And the first thing we're going to talk about is, will Jokic be better than Dirk Nowitzki by the end of his career? They're both from... where's Jokic from again?
He's Serbia.
He's from Serbia. They're both international players. They both have MVP. They're both stretch bigs, but the difference is that Jokic is a much better
That's disgusting that you just limited these niggas to just being stretch bigs. Like, that's nasty.
I'm not limited to that, but like they're similar in terms of that because they're both stretch bigs. They both can shoot very well.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Got that one-legged fadeaway.
Okay, I guess, Jokic got the somber shuffle. It's also called somber shuffle. The somber shuffle. That's where he's from, and he does that little... I don't know how to describe it, bro. The little one-leg shit he do when he go the other way, and it always get him up a shot.
It's different because, you know what I'm saying? So like, when you right-handed, you mostly shoot on your left leg if you're shooting one leg, right? But he's shooting it on his dominant side, right leg, right hand. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And he get the space. Listen, I tried to do that move. That shit is ain't gonna lie. That move is hard.
I was saying, Q1, you don't know this, but I've been working on my float game. But for me, I've been making more floaters off of my right foot than my left foot, and I shoot with my right hand.
Yeah, I understand it because I'm as a left-hander, I feel more comfortable going right. I don't know why.
You mean finishing with your right or going right?
Finishing on my right. On my right.
That's good.
What, you finish better with your right? I did not know that.
Yeah, I finish better with my right.
Yeah, but the question of can he be better? Yeah, he can be better. Can he? Okay, so this season, Jokic is having the greatest individual season of all time, and it's legitimately not close, right? Numbers wise, PER wise, he has the highest PER in NBA history by a margin of like one. In fact, let me just look it up.
Yeah, I'm looking at his stats right here. Damn, what? Show the whole season. Why is it showing game by game? I don't know
what you're looking at, but
I see it right here. He's averaging 25 for the season, 13. Damn, he's averaging 14 rebounds for the season. Shit.
Okay, hold on.
7 assists.
So, PER. All right, hold on. Let's see. Let's see if I can find that PER because I can't. I gotta find the advanced stats on here.
But AQ1, you know Jimmy High Roller?
Yeah.
He was saying how Jokic is having one of the best seasons ever, but nobody cares.
Yeah, they are holding him. I'm not gonna lie. They bad.
No, they are holding. Like, that is disrespectful at this point. Like, yo, come on, bro. Like, he had so earlier this year he had like a 33 PER, which is it's not where it's at now. He has a 32.2, which is still like I think that's like 0.6 better than the next closest. Like, that's
MVP level like 30 or something. What's MVP level PER? What's MVP level PER?
I mean, when you're having like great seasons, those measurements, I think it's like 30. Okay,
that's what I thought.
Yeah, like you're not seeing anyone that's not a fucking amazing with above a 30. I mean, with below a 30. Yeah, well, I was right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, hold on, because I can't. This website is terrible. Yeah, single season. All right.
So let me get this straight. So you picking up a prime Jokic over a prime Dirk?
If he continues this pace, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think we've seen prime Jokic yet.
I mean, what's he's only 26
right now, but he's gonna keep getting better.
He's 26 now.
So, like you would say, Q1, peak Jokic or prime Dirk.
I'd probably take Jokic, just because Jokic is like he a point center. You know what I'm saying? He out here playing with that Compazzo dude, Monte Morris, and guys I don't know.
He's playing with a bunch of no names, and he's got
a bunch of nobody.
500. It's like what LeBron was doing. back in the day where he was just like it was just him. It was just him.
Part of the problem is because he doesn't have Jamal Murray though. You know what I'm saying?
He doesn't have Jamal Murray. He doesn't have Michael Porter Jr. I think Aaron Gordon right now is out in protocols. Yeah. Like he doesn't have anyone. It's just him, and he is just having one of the greatest seasons ever.
Yeah.
So so like Jokic has a 32.2. The next closest is a 31.86. The gap between a 31.86 and Jokic is 0.34. That is the same gap between 2 and about and 11. Damn. So the gap between Giannis and Jokic, which is 1 and 2, it's the same gap between number 2, Giannis, and Stephen Curry in his 2015-16 season, and that's the 11th highest.
And this is highest all time, right?
Yeah, this is the highest single season of all time. Those are the numbers that Jokic is putting up right now.
My thing is just that, you know what I'm saying, I don't know if y'all would agree with this, but what Dirk did in 2011, we got to see Jokic probably do something similar to that. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, but first, yeah. Jokic has had, if he had, like last year, if he would have had Jamal Murray, they probably would have beat the Suns. Because he was killing them. He was killing the Suns. He was killing the Suns. Mm-hmm. Like the Suns had no answer for him. The only reason they got swept is because no one else showed up. Michael Porter didn't show up. Aaron Gordon did his thing, but Aaron Gordon ain't nobody that's come. That you're asking to show up. You just asking to
get up.
Yeah.
So he's a pretty good third option, you know.
So you needed Jamal Murray, and Jamal Murray not being there. And Jokic was giving DeAndre Ayton the work.
Yeah.
So
one of the games, didn't he have like 18 rebounds or something? He had like 20 and 18.
Yeah, bro. Like, okay, so like 3 of his last, like he had a couple weeks ago, or like last week, he had like a 26-point game, a 22-point rebound game, and then like a 22 and 26 and 5 game, and then another like 20, 24 and like 7 game. This back to back. No one's ever done that back to back in history. That's the type of shit he's doing. And then the level of defense that he stepped up. Like at this point, he's a better defender. Defense? Yeah, like no, we're not doing this. We're not about to like no, this nigga
he's playing better defense.
Like he's playing it's not just better defense. At one point during the season, the Nuggets had the best defensive rating in the league because of Jokic. And then he got hurt and they dipped crazy. Like he's legitimately playing excellent defense at this point.
Hold on, I could be surprised if Jokic is playing defense now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Jokic can't jump over a curve.
At this point, if you've been watching him, it's disrespectful to say that he's not playing defense. The nigga is playing, dare I say, all NBA level defense.
Well, watching him before this season, I wouldn't necessarily say that he didn't play defense. It's just that he was good at playing defense. Yeah, he just wasn't good at playing defense.
Now he's good at playing defense.
Okay.
Now he's legit a defensive, like he's legit rim protector. He's not gonna get blocks because that's not who he is. But in terms of like
changing and altering
shots and playing better pick and roll, like he's not getting. I mean, of course, people are gonna blow by him because he's Jokic, but him, the fact that he is not getting, you can't just all right. We go on a switch, and our whole system is to switch on to Jokic. That doesn't work anymore.
So you were saying that he was a better defender than Dirk? Is that what you were saying earlier?
He's a better defender than Dirk's ever been at this point.
Dirk played no defense his whole career.
Dirk came from offense. That's what Dirk's value is. And he's probably the best offensive power forward ever. But he's not like he's not the defender that Jokic is this season. Now, this might be an aberration season. We got to see. He's only 26. We're going to have more time. Right. But if he continues to play like this and he gets back Michael Porter and Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray is a very solid defender. If Michael Porter starts shooting a little better, because he was shooting terrible, I think it might have been his back. If he starts shooting like we thought he was going to shoot, and he turns into the player we think he can be, the Nuggets are going to be the favorites.
Has his defense stepped up? Because you know what I'm saying, a lot of people be like, yo, he can't pronounce the word defense. Michael Porter.
No.
Oh, he's still bad at defense.
He not even playing right now.
No, he hurt, but when he was playing,
Has he played at all this season?
He did, but then he got hurt.
He played a couple games, yeah.
Didn't he got hurt?
So to transition on, I know, hey, Kiwan, you know Khalil would love this conversation right here. Do you think the Bulls would make it to the Eastern Conference Finals?
No.
I'm gonna say this. It depends on where they're seated. If they're
right
first,
now, they're number one.
If they finish the season first, they can. But if they got to match up Brooklyn or Milwaukee, they're not.
Who's eight? Yeah. Who's 8 right now?
8? I don't know. But okay, so they're gonna have to beat a healthy Heat team. Likely, that's probably who's gonna end it for. They're gonna have to face a healthy Heat team in the semifinals or a healthy Bucks team.
8 is the Wizards. Right now, 8 is the Wizards.
And the Wizards are bunch, so who cares about them?
They're not gonna stay in 8.
We're talking about the semifinals because the first round we're expecting them to get by, right?
Yep.
We're talking about them facing the Heat, the Bucks, and the Nets. And I don't think that they can beat any of those teams, except for the Heat. The Heat might be able to beat the Heat. The Sixers are, come on, bro. Let's not.
No, Sixers, nah. Unless they move Ben for some top guy.
What if they get Dane? That would be crazy. Oh my god,
it would be crazy.
They might go to the finals, but
that would be crazy.
I think I like them over Miami just because. Yeah, Miami's defense is really good, but the way them two boys are playing, Levine and DeMar DeRozan,
and then they got Valanciunas down
ball and all the defense that they got, and Valanciunas, and then you got to look at it like this with the Heat. You know, we don't know if a guy's gonna we know Jimmy's good, but we don't know if Jimmy's gonna put his foot down in a series and win it because they wouldn't even do that against the Bulls.
Hold on. He put his foot down against the Lakers now. It's just that
I'm saying he did that.
He put it down, then he got that whoop. So
he did it because he had to. All of his guys was hurt. He was out. Jokic was hurt.
Yeah.
But even in those games, you see him trying to feed everybody else, and then they get down, and then he start scoring and shooting.
If I had to pick between the Bulls and the Heat, that's a tough series because you got Larry, Bam, Jimmy, and then you got shooters in Duncan, Hero.
Yeah, but then they gotta defend.
I might give it to the Heat due to their experience.
Yeah, that's probably
fuck that experience. I'm saying fuck that experience shit at this point.
That's the only thing they have.
At this point, bro, I don't give a fuck about experience because we saw a team that had no experience get all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. I don't. And I mean, we're talking about experience. CP3 has experience, but no one else on the I guess Jay Crowder. I guess if you count him, but the best players on the Suns didn't have experience, and Devin Booker was killing.
But who had more experience between the Bucks and the Suns?
I think last year was tough because last year everybody was injured.
That too.
Okay, I mean, finals experience. It was definitely the Suns because Jay Crowder was the only nigga on the entire floor who went to the finals.
The Bucks made it to the conference finals before. They didn't lost in the semifinals before. They've been in the playoffs. They made a few deep runs.
That's what I'm saying. But the Suns haven't. The Suns as a team, Devin Booker, Ayton, the second and third best player. Well, I'd even say first and third. I mean, Devin Booker was probably. CP3 was definitely the leader on that team, but Devin Booker was probably better.
Yeah, he was the best scorer. Yeah.
So, just out of that, the first and third best players made it. I think we have to get rid of that experience mindset again now because, I mean, players are just better. Players are just coming in a little bit more prepared. Social media has kind of prepared people for the limelight and the pressure. So
it does make a difference though because Devin Booker was getting technical fouls in situations he should not have been getting technical fouls.
Because Devin Booker isn't fucking Kobe, you know, that's not because I don't.
He's still very young.
I don't believe that because the same situations that Devin Booker we get texting Draymond Green right now. We get those same texts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that experience is not going to change who he is as a person. He's just going to have to play. Like experience, technical fouls, cool. Like whatever, right? The text.
What I'm saying, for example, though, if there's 8 seconds in the game, you down by 1, and you get a tech, and they make both free throws or one free throw, like that's
Did he do
Shouldn't
that?
be like.
That's wild.
That
That's wild.
happened?
I don't see it. I don't see nobody doing that.
Oh, that was an example, but he had got a technical foul. It was a close game with like 2 minutes left.
Yeah,
And one of the
but
But I mean, to kind of go along with what Ken said, I understand that. Like the experience thing, I think it only fits in certain matchups.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I think last time we was on here and we talked, I said the same thing with taking the Heat because of the experience. But it's been like what, almost a month since we last talked.
and the
And
Bulls
are a lot better now than they
The
were.
Bulls are like Lonzo and fucking Caruso. Jesus Christ. Like, I'm not even the biggest Lakers fan. I'm a LeBron fan. But the fact that the Lakers decided, let me get Russ instead of trying to re-sign Caruso and Lonzo and then trade for like Buddy Hill is like, it's gonna go down as one of the stupidest decisions in my experience. No one's even gonna think about the fact they could have done that. But could you imagine?
I thought they were gonna get Buddy. Well, not. I knew they was gonna get Russ, but like I saw some people talking about
DeRozan too.
They should have signed
DeRozan too.
Yeah, but then you probably don't get Lonzo and Caruso, but you still probably get DeRozan and Caruso, which would have been better than this because DeRozan could have been definitely could have been a playmaker to help take some load off LeBron, and so could and AD. Even though AD's having one of his worst shooting seasons, he's having a career year when it comes to like post ups and being at the rim. So. And like people want to talk about how he's falling off. I don't even think he's falling off. I just think everyone else is terrible on defense. The only other good defender is LeBron.
Speaking of the Lakers, I was watching the Christmas game. Oh my gosh, that was my like first time. Well, I think I seen the Lakers play before that. But
terrible, bro.
Watching that game, I was just sitting there like, yo, do these guys want to play basketball? Like, Kiwan, let me say something. Yeah. I was sitting there thinking to myself, like, they should put me out there because you know the kind of player I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm high energy, competitive. They should put me out there and make them want to play basketball, as far as I was concerned.
I saw the Lakers go down 18, right?
Bro.
They took out Russ. They put in LeBron. Come all the way back. I think they get down by like what, one or two.
They cut it down to like 7 or something.
No, they got all the way down. They got
4. It was 4 then. It was 4.
Okay, so they got down to 4, and then they put Russ back in and lose the game.
Like, bro, it was when he missed the layup. I was like, wow.
Russell Westbrook is, dare I say, washed. He's washed.
I wouldn't say. I'm gonna say this. I wouldn't say he's washed. And I think I talked to Jamal about this. Is something about playing with LeBron to where you could be doing the same thing you've been doing your whole career, and it don't live up because you're playing with LeBron. Russ has been this his whole career. He's been.
This is why. No. This is why I be blown when people say LeBron made his teammates better because it's like.
Whoa! That's a nasty little thing the little shot you just tried to throw.
What? I said this is why I be blown when people say that because it's like when niggas be hooping their whole career, they playing with LeBron, all of a sudden they're not what they was. You know what I'm saying? You can argue like, okay, they have a lesser role, but still though, how come they're playing not as
we're talking about Russell Westbrook. The way that Russell Westbrook plays, and first off, he's not as good as he was in 2018. Let's not act like he's still MVP Russ. Like he's nowhere close to that.
Of course, that's his MVP year, of course.
Okay.
He's nowhere close to that. He's fallen off tremendously since then. He doesn't have the same mid-range. He doesn't have the same explosion. He's just not the player he was back then.
What about Houston Rockets Westbrook? That was just 2 years ago.
But he's worse. He's gotten worse since then. He was not as good on the Wizards as he was on the Rockets. Now it comes from injury and stuff too, but he's just not as good. He's declining because as his athleticism is going, so has his jump shot. The nigga shooting terrible. Like he's like his free throw rating, the free throw shot is going down consistently.
Yeah.
But you're talking about, but he's not 2015 Russ. He's not the Russ who almost got OKC to the playoff without KD. Like that's not who he is anymore.
And that was in 17, wasn't it? That wasn't.
No, 18. He got him. No, 2015.
Golden State won.
2015, the first year, KD broke his foot. Yeah. After his MVP year, he broke his foot, and
I was talking about his MVP. I was talking about Westbrook's MVP year.
Even his MVP year, we can tell that he's nowhere close to that anymore. But when you just saw that, okay, the crazy shit you tried to do was throw that shot out at LeBron, like.
You want to know what I'm talking about? We talk about this all the time.
So what players have gotten worse?
What players have gotten worse? Like since playing with LeBron, Kevin Love. That's an example right there.
Okay, Kevin Love. his role was completely different. He went from being a number 1 to being a number 3. How is that LeBron's fault?
Okay, but does that mean in the finals, right? Game 7, 4 points off of I don't know what shooting he had, but 4 points in the game 7. Come on now.
He's not as good. He doesn't have the same role, and he can't. You're not posting him up on Draymond. Draymond Green is a weight. Draymond Green had that nigga on clamps, bro. Get out of here. Second,
I think this is the difference between, production and making somebody better. I look back at Michael Jordan. When Michael Jordan left, the team was still good because he molded them guys, made them better. When LeBron leaves the team, they turn terrible.
But that's because those players. Okay, so
same time when LeBron leaves a team, though, what's the name? Either the roster is decimated or there's a bunch of injury.
He's left two teams. You have 3. The first time he left the Cavs, they had no one. That's the first thing. When he left the Heat, Wade was getting hurt, and Bosh hurt the next season. Then
that's what.
Then in the third time he left when he left the Cavs the second time, there was no one on the Cavs. Those teams got worse because they lost. There was no one on there.
Right.
There was no one on the team.
Did we talk about guys that left and arguably got better? Brandon
Ingram got older, and he got better because he got older. He aged into himself. What the fuck, bro? Like, what? Lonzo got better too because he aged. He had 2 more years.
Man, you said you're a Lakers fan or a LeBron fan?
He said he's a LeBron fan.
I definitely said I was a LeBron fan.
Okay. I understand.
Because if we're looking at the logic, your logic isn't adding up. Because Michael Jordan left the team, and they were the same, or they lost what, 1 more game? No, I'm not saying. I would never say good. I would never say that they were as good without Mike because they weren't. They lost, right?
Right.
But to say that this is LeBron's fault.
Well, I won't say LeBron makes players worse, but I will say LeBron doesn't necessarily make players better.
LeBron elevates players. Like you're going to get, if you're a shooter, if you're like a role player, you're going to get the best. You're going to get the best out of playing with LeBron. When you're someone like Kevin Love, who goes, you're saying his production fell off. But the reason his production fell off is because he was the only person in Minnesota. Right. And then he became the 3rd best player on the Cavs. Imagine the mindset of going from being the best by far to being the 3rd
best player. Then why are there games where you have 2 points, 4 points?
The nigga clearly wasn't that good. He clearly wasn't that good.
You going 2 of 14 from the field, bro? Like, that's unacceptable.
Okay, who the fuck was he?
I mean, I think I don't know. I don't want to talk about the finals because something was definitely up. Because you look at Kevin Love right now, and he look like he done revived himself the way he's playing right now. But I can't sit here and say. But
also, he's revived himself now. He had it's been 3 years since LeBron left.
Mm-hmm.
So he's only reviving himself right now. It took time. It's not LeBron's fault that it took time for the nigga to get better again.
I'm not.
Because look what happened. When LeBron left Bosh became number 2. Or he was probably number 1. And he got relatively close to Raptors Bosh before he got hurt. Before he blood clots. That's not because it was Bosh's. It was not because LeBron made Bosh worse. It's because Bosh was clearly number 3, and then Wade fell off, and LeBron left, so he had to do number 1 stuff again because he could. But in the context of playing, like we said, Mike never played with anyone as good as Bosh and Wade on the same team offensively, or Kyrie and Kevin Love. He never had to spread the rock like that. It was and shit. If we're gonna be honest, he never played with anyone that was. Scottie Pippen is nowhere close to as good offensively as anyone LeBron play. Any of the 4 players we just named. So those roles, Michael Jordan doesn't have to fill. Doesn't have to pass.
I don't know about Bosh, but okay.
Scottie Pippen is nowhere close to as good as Bosh on offense, bro. Let's not. Look, bro, come on,
let's go ahead. It's finished.
We're not doing this. Huh?
Continue your point.
Yes, go ahead.
Continue.
Okay. But so those roles, Scottie Pippen had a clear role. He was never going to have to. And then Michael Jordan doesn't have to do as much on the basketball court as LeBron did in his prime. And what I mean by scoring, he's nowhere. He didn't have to pass as much as LeBron. He did pass. I don't understand that narrative, but he didn't. He doesn't have to. He's not the facilitator that LeBron is.
Okay.
He's not, and he scores just as much, if not a little bit more. But he's still not doing as much as LeBron does. LeBron has to raise. I'm not. And look. I believe Mike is better. I believe Mike is number one. But these roles they're just different roles. And then the players that he had around him, offensively, were never just as anyone that LeBron.
It's just that my thing is though, some people just hype up how much LeBron makes his teammates better, and it's like okay, relax. He's not making them that much better, but.
What do you think is the best?
I mean, I'll say this. This is what I'm gonna say. This is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say this. LeBron, he has that kind of. He brings that kind of attention to where, like Cam was like saying, if you're a shooter, then you're in the best situation. He brings that kind of attention to where, if you're a shooter, then playing with LeBron is the best place you can be. I'll say that.
So I'll say, who do you think is the best floor raiser in history?
Floor raiser? Like,
who do you think is better than LeBron?
Raise everybody's attributes.
Yeah, who makes everyone better?
Chris Paul.
Best ever. You think Chris Paul makes? You think Chris Paul makes?
Wouldn't it be Magic Johnson?
No, because Michael Jackson, Magic. No disrespect to Magic. Magic Johnson had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, James Worthy. And those players, you don't really have to raise them. Mm-hmm. You don't really have to raise them, niggas.
I mean, Chris.
Okay, what about when Kareem left though, and he made it to the finals in '91 with Worthy? Scott.
That was probably his best single season.
Chris Paul had DeAndre Jordan being an All-NBA center.
Yeah, but they ain't go nowhere.
we talking about raising players. Though.
I mean, I say LeBron raised and got into the finals 8 straight years. I don't know.
We gonna talk about the finals running another episode.
Real quick. So, should the Lakers have signed Isaiah Thomas? Because when I first seen it, I was like, I don't think that was a good idea, because when LeBron had Isaiah Thomas on the Cavs, there was a lot of controversy saying they're not getting along. There's problems in the locker room. LeBron not have.
I think that was Jay Crowder. I think LeBron and Jay Crowder hate each other, and they were on the same team at the same time. I think, and I also think that IT thought he was still Boston IT.
Yeah, he wasn't healthy. He wasn't healthy yet.
Yeah,
he was still hurt. That injury. He was talking about how the Celtics messed up, like they misdiagnosed his injury, and that really set him back a lot.
Yeah,
and I think he came back too early. But should he have signed with the Lakers? No, because the Lakers need defense, and they signed.
Yeah,
I was just about to say that because
that's why.
Go ahead.
Oh, my bad. That's why Stanley Johnson is. Since they've gotten Stanley Johnson,
he's on the team.
Yeah, they should definitely keep him. Since they've gotten Stanley Johnson and gotten Trevor Ariza back, and they've been playing LeBron at center, they've just been playing.
Oh, I forgot to say this. When I was watching the Christmas game, that was like the easiest I've seen LeBron score, just off of cuts and screens, bro. Like, I was like, yo, he's scoring mad easy. This is like the easiest I've seen him score.
I like him playing off ball with Russ when Russ is all 2 Lakers players.
Yeah, but Russell give you 12 assists, but also give you 17 fucking turnovers. So I
like if they can figure out how to cut Russ turnovers down, then I think they'll be straight.
This turnovers are coming from. His turnovers are coming from it's just bad decision making, like jumping,
leaving his feet before passing.
Mm-hmm. No, what I noticed from Russ is oftentimes a lot of turnovers come from him trying to make passes that no one else is trying to make, and sometimes they work well. But then a lot of other times, they just don't materialize into anything. So he would get like 2 or 3 assists. So I think Russ has vision, but I think he's too willing to make hard passes, and then they end up turning out not good. But
I think you should try and dial it back and just make the simple play.
Probably.
You feel what I'm saying?
Probably. But it's also
some of the passes he makes is like he throws the pass and nobody's there.
But also, I've never seen a nigga more athletic than just as athletic as Russ be as bad at defense as Russ. That nigga cannot guard a baby.
I'm looking at Russ. I'm thinking that, because he's, like you say, he's athletic. I'm thinking he can guard somebody. I'm like, bro, he should be up in niggas' jerseys. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
Pause.
First off, they don't even play defense like that when niggas get crossed up bad doing that shit.
There was no intensity from him though. You know what I'm saying?
No, there's no defensive. There's no defensive like that hustle. The 100% they say Russ gives, he does not give on defense.
Especially when this guy don't got the ball.
Yeah, that nigga turn around, look at the ball, and then let Patty Mills get open for three. That's nasty.
Yo, Mills gave him a 37 piece? 36 piece?
Yo, no disrespect. Patty Mills should not be giving Patty Mills, unless Patty Mills is hot, Patty Mills should not be giving you 37.
That shit was ridiculous, bro.
Patty been playing really well this year.
Patty's good, but Patty's good, but Patty is not supposed to give you 37, bro.
This is without KD, Kyrie.
That's nasty, bro. Them nasty numbers. Nasty numbers.
Who's matched up with Patty Mills?
I want to say it was Russ.
I don't know, but I'm just like,
hurt your heart.
And then I also think, like, bruh, Frank Vogel, some of the decision making, this has become a Lakers podcast, but
unfortunately.
But what if Frank Vogel was playing DeAndre Jordan? That nigga should not have NBA minutes anymore. Nigga needs to retire. Hey. It's about that time, son.
I was telling people last year. I think Jamal asked me about it. He said, "Why didn't Jordan playing? Why you not playing with the Nets?" I'm like, "Bro, he's trash. He's terrible.
He's trash." And Dwight Howard is not who he was when the Lakers won. Like, he's bad now too. Like he's essentially unplayable.
So to move away from the Lakers, so this is something we was talking about before, right? We was talking about true point guard. So Cam, it seems like you strongly believe that true point guards cannot win championships.
True point guards as the best player on the team cannot win championships. No.
Okay, but that's the thing though. A true point guard can't be the best player on the team because
Magic Johnson was the best player. Magic Johnson is the outlier, and he was the best player on the team.
But he wasn't the best scorer on the team though.
I said best player. I definitely said best player.
Okay, but like this is like a difference though. Like
I said best player though.
Because like for example, so remember I brought up the big three Celtics, right? And I always bring up Rondo. Y'all was like
Rondo was the fourth best player.
Rondo was the fourth best player on the team.
Yeah, okay, but that's the thing though. He's a true point guard though. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna go out and give you 20 a game. You know what I'm saying? But he's gonna go out and give you 8 to 10 assists a game. He's a true. We also understand
that Magic Johnson was the best player on the team, right? He was always the best. He was the best player on the team since what? Since their second championship, right?
Okay, yeah, you can say that.
Yeah,
he's a point guard. He's the outlier.
Okay.
He's the only true point guard that's ever been the best player on the team. So by virtue, I mean, you proved my point. True point guards can't be the best player on the team.
All right, but you're saying what you said was true point guards don't win championships, right? Because when I brought up John Stockton, Chris Paul, Steve Nash, right? When I brought them up,
as the best players, no, they don't.
But that's not what you said before. What you said before is true point guards don't win championships.
Of course, there've been true point guards. Derek fucking wasn't it? Fisher was a quote unquote true point guard, but the nigga was nowhere close to the best player.
Bro, he's not a true point guard.
You can't be led by a true point guard as your best player. You can't.
You cannot win a championship with the best player being your true point guard.
Can't. And it's like we said, Magic's the only one that did it.
Magic Johnson
been run by wings and big men the whole forever.
And keep Magic Johnson's a 6'9" guard. I mean,
so hey, he might not even count really.
He averaged 20 points a game. He averaged 20 points a lot of seasons. It was between 18 and 20. Like Magic Johnson, he wasn't a scorer, but he could score. That's the difference between a lot of 2-point guards. Listen, I heard Gilbert Arenas talk about John Stockton. John Stockton might have been a bona fide scrub. No disrespect.
What did Gilbert say? What did Gilbert say?
They could say he couldn't hold it. Like he basically said John Stockton couldn't come close to touching him. Like if they play 1-on-1, he would smoke John Stockton.
Because he's a true point guard. It's not his job to score. John Stockton gonna give you 10 points.
He can't play defense. That nigga got skills.
He can't defend either.
No.
I mean,
John Stockton is not. He's also top 5 in assists, but he got that shit from pick and roll with Karl Malone. The only
so point guards, bro. You always listen. You always need a player that's on point and ready to assist, right? That's where like some of the best duos come from. Jordan and Pippen. Pippen's the one on point, always ready to assist. Magic always ready to assist.
Did Pippen ever touch 10?
Touch 10 what?
Assists.
A game?
You know what's crazy? You know who the only other person to average 10 assists a game and be like the best player on the team was and to win the championship?
Ooh.
It was LeBron.
Yeah, I knew he was gonna come.
Well, Oscar
Because
Robertson.
why, nigga, don't act like I'm just speaking out bullshit. I'm speaking facts. Like, don't do that.
Taking back. I said. He finna say LeBron.
Wait, what about Oscar Robinson? I remember you didn't consider him a true point guard.
Oscar Robertson won. He probably wasn't like when he won the championship. Wasn't a true point guard. And then I wouldn't even give him 2 point guard status during the rest of his.
With Kareem?
Yeah, he played with Kareem that year. He won.
Yeah, he wasn't the best player.
Yeah, he played with Kareem. He played with Luol into Kareem. Like when that nigga was cooking everybody.
So.
But look though. I mean, but still, he was averaging like 12 assists a game, though. You know what I'm saying?
Did he average 12 assists a game that year?
No, that's probably like 10, 11.
I don't think he averaged 10 that year, bro.
He did.
The year he won the championship? He won the championship in 1971. He was old as shit then. You think he won? You think he did that?
Let me see. He won that money.
Bottom line, he wasn't the best player. So this does not.
Yeah, that does prove the point. He wasn't the best player.
Change anything.
Like Trae Young, as good as he is, and I love watching Trae. Trae is never going to win the championship unless he goes more off ball. Never.
Yeah, I mean, wait, what you mean? True point guard as in ball dominant point guard, or true point guard to where they're not scorers to the extent?
Well, it's kind of a combination of both. It's like you have to. Trae Young might be one of those outliers because he passes and scores.
Yeah.
But you have to be able to score. You have to be able to give me at least like if you're gonna average 10, you gotta be able to give me like 20, bro. 20.
Well, that's what he's doing.
Yeah, but I also think he needs we can't talk about the Hawks right now. I get really annoyed.
Yeah,
trash.
We don't gotta talk about the Hawks, but real quick, just quick. Yeah, we're not going to win a championship unless we get a player just as good or better than Trae. All right, we go back to talking about.
Wait, how come you don't want to talk about the Hawks again?
I mean, we can.
Why don't you?
I mean, it's just the fact that they're like okay. They just okay. First, let me give you the stat. That year he won with Kareem, he averaged 8.2.
Oh,
I saw 7.7. Let me look again.
Oh, I mean did he win in 72? I thought it was 71. Wasn't 71? If it was 72, there was 7.7.
71, 7.7, yeah.
It was 71, 72? Okay. Yeah.
Playoffs.
In the playoffs? Do they have them? Do they have those stats?
It should be somewhere.
I also know that nigga didn't make the playoffs a lot, but whatever. You know, it's not playing.
oh my
God. Hey, I'm not slandering. He averaged 8.8.
Assists in the playoffs. Okay.
Huh? Yeah. Okay. I'm not gonna slander Oscar. He's top 5 point guard. Top 5 point guard. But so the Hawks, to me, I don't even think they need someone just as good or better than Trae. I would say they need someone who can get Trae off ball. Mm-hmm. Like if you watch games without Trae, like during the time where they didn't have Trae during the without COVID protocols, their numbers plummeted because no one after Trae averages, I think, more than 2. They don't have any other playmakers. They don't have any other shot creators. They need.
Kevin Herter wasn't playing either, though. So I mean, that's
Kevin.
But he ain't no.
I'm not about to slander. I'm not about to give me the slander to Red Velvet, but he's not that good. Okay.
He had 27 in Game 7.
Oh,
that's just a game.
He's not a guy that will create for your team. Like you can't put Trae out. Kevin can play point guard now. No, that's not. He can score, but he's not gonna. The assist is not him thing. That's not. That's not. What
that's like, what I'm. Okay. Is that what
I'm like? Steph can pass. Steph is a great underrated passer, but he also has Draymond.
Yeah,
and Draymond helps him with playmaking duties. So they average around the same amount of assists. I think Draymond averaged like 7. Steph averaged like 6. Like that's where they are. And I'm not saying he needs a Draymond because Draymond Green is just so underrated. And you're not gonna find. You're not about to. I'm not gonna tell you to go find Draymond Green because you're probably not. But he needs someone who could help him with playmaking duties and also help him. Like Bradley Beal would be great. No, they're not going to Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal would be great for the Hawks, except for the fact he's not vaccinated. He can give everybody COVID, but whatever, it's fine.
What do you think of that Q1, Mr. Hawks fan?
I mean, I love Bradley Beal on the Hawks. I love a lot of guys on the Hawks. But I mean, I'm with him though. I understand because like I don't think this the play style that we play is gonna win a championship. Have our point guard dribble 1,000 times or either score himself or get the assist himself.
You know
I
what?
don't think I'll win a championship.
You know what it's like? It's like when Chris Paul was on the Hornets.
Yeah.
And he was clearly one of the best players in the court. If not the best. I mean, he played Kobe and fucking Tim. So it's not really fair. But when he was clearly, there were clearly solid teams. It was just him. Yeah. It was just him having playmaking duties. And one of the reasons why, I mean, Steph is so good is because he can go off ball. Trey can't go off ball. Like you can't even, because you take him off the ball, there's nothing, like there's no one else who's gonna be able to make the play.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like what the Mavs are trying to do with Luka, but Jason Kidd is terrible.
You said Jason Kidd is bad?
Yes.
But they say he's pretty good for player development though. Because like, you know what I'm saying, players get better.
What are we getting Luka to? We developed that nigga. We developed that nigga too much more. That nigga gonna be the GOAT.
Yeah. The Mavericks don't got nobody to develop. All their guys are old, and then you got Luka.
Porzingis not old.
Porzingis is playing pretty okay this year. He's having a bounce back season. I hope he continues.
Yeah, because I was fucking with Kristaps when he was on the Knicks. I was like, yo, he's that guy. Yeah. But then he got hurt. I had a feeling that he was gonna get hurt too because he's 7'3", and when you 7'3", that's a lot of limb to move,
Yeah.
And especially he was doing guard stuff, so you're more susceptible to get hurt when you that big trying to do guard stuff. That's why AD get hurt a lot.
I think AD gets hurt. I think AD is just injury prone, bro. Because KG didn't get hurt as much as AD gets hurt. Dirk didn't get hurt as much as AD gets hurt.
But they don't be trying to do guard stuff. They don't be getting the ball, trying to do crossovers and Euro steps. They don't be doing all that.
Giannis doesn't get hurt as much as KD.
Yeah, I knew he was going to say
gets hurt.
Yeah, those are only two exceptions.
AD is injury prone. He's injury prone.
Yeah, bro. Come on. But Giannis is possibly the third best power forward of all time. Maybe. You know what? Not fuck. Maybe he is.
Here we go.
He's the best. He's the third best power forward of all time. Sorry.
Who you had there before him? Who you had there before him?
It's probably Dirk.
So we had Tim,
KG, then Giannis,
then Dirk, and who else?
Then Dirk, and then Charles Barkley. And I don't want to get the pedophile top five, so he's out top five.
Yeah, off-court issues always mess up your on-court.
They really do, especially when you're fucking kids.
Yeah,
it's bad. It's bad. But so now we on the Kyrie now. So
yes, sir.
Listen,
let's do it.
I'm not gonna go as far as Stephen A. Because Stephen A. be going crazy, but I don't think the Nets should have him.
I disagree what he be saying and how you feel about Kyrie, but he be going back and forth though. You know what I'm saying? Like just the other day.
It's because he's a fan. He's a fan.
Yeah, I think he enjoys watching Kyrie, and he's a Knicks fan, and he's
mad about that too. Yeah,
he's And then you remember when Kyrie came on there and just disrespected the shit out of him.
Yeah.
So I think he's had a grudge ever since.
Yeah.
What did Kyrie say to him?
I mean, he was just like giving.
Yeah, he was playing.
Very standoffish answers and stuff. And he came on for the interview because he was talking about LeBron. He was like, "Why did you?" I think it was like, "Why did you leave?" You're like, "Why can't I?" And it was just.
He said he was like, "Don't you think you need to tell LeBron?" No.
Why would I? Yeah, it's stuff like that.
I'm crying.
But I think Cam, I think I heard you when you say you don't think that they should bring him back.
I don't think they should have. I mean, at this point, I understand why they did because with the hardship and all the stuff that was going on. But when the nigga came back, he immediately went into protocols. So like okay, let's just say best case scenario, right? We're looking at them getting to the finals, and likely because the way that the nigga's going, the Warriors are going to the finals without a doubt. To me, I'm like 95% sure them niggas going to the finals, right? If they go to the finals against the Warriors, he can't play in the series at all. Like, it's at what point
No, it's only for the home team.
Yeah, I'm about to say he'll be able to play.
It's only for the home team in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And that's what some people was confused about, because it's like it doesn't make sense that how visiting players that aren't vaccinated can come play in, but because I play for the organization and I play here, I had to be vaccinated. That's pretty weird to me.
I would definitely, if I owned the arena personally, like when the Wizards come with Bradley Beal, nigga, you can't play. You're not vaccinated, bro.
I would shut it down. I would.
Because first off, I want to win
the finals. You Kyrie? Yeah, you're done.
Oh yeah, nigga. Get out of here. You can't play, bro.
Y'all niggas is hell.
Man, bro. Come on, bro. Are you kidding me? You're not vaccinated? No, you're not playing.
Nah, bro.
But I'm this what I'm gonna say, and I think I'm going along with what Cam said. Cam was like, you understand with the COVID and all that, and I'm with that. But I'm this is what I'm thinking. This my thought process. I'm thinking right now people are signing guys to 10 days for them to play a week and a half.
Mm.
Guys that haven't been in the league for years, and you got a guy that you're still paying for them games that you're not letting them play. Why not bring them back? You know what I'm saying? It's essentially the same thing. You bring it back.
I understand it from the organizational standpoint, the money, and just how good Kyrie is. But the nigga went immediately into protocols. Like, what happens again? Because we don't know enough about Omicron, right? Like, what if Omicron, your antibodies go away super quick, and then like in February he has to go right back into protocol because he gets it again because he's not vaccinated. Like this time
hasn't played yet, right?
It's tough though because everybody cashing it, and people are vaccinated too, and they're cashing it.
Yeah, but they are. But this is a whole different conversation.
And that's my thing too, though. That's my thing too, because like people that are vaccinated are still getting sick.
People who are vaccinated aren't dying though. But that's totally different. That's
they are, because I know someone that told me that was someone vaccinated that had passed away.
I know someone who passed away without the vaccine too. Those are just anecdotes.
Yeah.
But that's a different conversation. Yeah. That's a different conversation. But we're not talking
basketball no more.
But we're talking about simply what we do, what the risk is. I mean, it's his choice, of course, right? If you don't want to get it, don't get it. Right. But when you're but it's also different because he's more susceptible to getting it because he's not vaccinated. Those numbers aren't like, even if you're vaccinated, I think it's like you're 5 times more likely to get it. But if you're unvaccinated, right? So you're more susceptible and you're putting your teammates at risk. I think you're of getting it. Not to say that they're gonna die. Not to say that that anything's gonna happen. But it's not just dying with COVID. Like people when Jason Tatum last year when he got it, he had to use an inhaler before every game. Stuff like that can happen, and you're putting your teammates at risk. For me, if I understand it's your personal decision, but as a team, I think it's safer to keep him away just because he's not vaccinated. Now, that's what I would do. But I also understand the struggles of the COVID protocol because everyone, listen, that shit came out. Omicron came out like Buster Douglas against Mike Tyson. He beat the shit out of the league. He beat the shit out of the boys.
I'm dead.
But I understand why they did it. I just wouldn't have made the choice.
So, as a road team, do you think that the Nets could win a championship as a road team?
If you come to my arena and you think you about to play, no.
So I say this from a basketball standpoint. You telling me that I gotta play the home games without Kyrie, but I can play the road games with Kyrie. So if I win both my home games and I get Kyrie back and I steal a road game, you essentially like you have home court, but you'd rather play on the road. So you're stealing your home games, and then you get everybody back for them road games. Yes. Part-time Kyrie Nets can win a championship. Yes.
You've been dying to say that, or haven't you? You've been dying to say that, haven't you?
Yes.
I mean, they can. But let's say they face someone like the Bucks. The Bucks are better this year. Like, no, they just are. They play someone like the Bucks again. And maybe they can. I just don't. I'm not comfortable saying that they will. Like, I'm not comfortable saying that they will. Like, okay, if they face the Warriors are the best team in the NBA right now.
Okay.
And they're waiting to forget about Klay. If Klay comes back, and then you got to go. Listen, if you come to my arena in the finals and you think you about to play,
See, the thing is though, because they have Kyrie on the road, to them as a team, they will have more energy. You feel more ecstatic. The road games are like Kewan was saying, road games have become more like home games to you.
It's like
because you have to
getting over there.
In theory, they can, but it's also this idea where they can't get any continuity because he's always in and out the lineups. There's the idea that we get Kyrie back, yeah, it's gonna be fine. But it's also the thing that like every time he comes back, it throws off the rhythm and it throws off the rotation the players are having.
Yeah.
So it's two sides to this. It's two sides to it. There's the good part, and then there's the part where it could be bad. Now, I'm not saying that either of these are gonna happen. We don't know. We gotta see you gotta see how it goes. But I just think that I think that Kyrie, James, and because we barely saw them play together.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying this. You talking about continuity, I understand that. But last year they had no continuity. And if Kyrie don't go down, they go on to win a championship.
Possibly. Possibly. Because the Bucks lost those first. Did they lose the first two?
Yeah, they lost. They was down 0-2. They were down 0-2.
They lost the first two, and then the second two they won.
They was down when Kyrie got down, when Kyrie got hurt in game 4.
I mean, that's like talk about Kawhi. Who knows what would happen? Like,
game 7 with Kyrie and KD? Who
knows?
Come on.
You know what happened. We'll never know.
Hey, what's today? Wait, who was at home? It
was in Barclays.
So
damn.
They barely beat them boys. And it was KD and Jeff Green versus the Bucks.
Would he have been able to play in Barclays?
Kyrie?
Back then. Did they have the mandate?
No. It would have been fine last year.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
They just started this thing this year, the policy this year.
Okay. And then Eric Adams said he's gonna keep it. Cool. Whatever. All
right. So it's the last stop. This is the last stop because Kewan never got to say his piece about the 2014 take that you had, Kim.
Okay.
So go ahead and say it again for us, Kim.
No team before 2014 can beat a team after 2014, simply because the way that basketball is played now in post 2014 is more advanced and a better scoring game and a better defensive game to me. But that's all I said.
Okay. I think some teams do not apply to that hot take.
What teams?
Because you look at the 2015 Warriors, that's the team that stands out. 2015 Warriors, 2020, 19 Raptors?
Wait. Okay. 2015, 2019. I think it was 2019. Okay.
So you gotta match them up against. You said every team.
Every team.
And then the Cavs. Are you forgetting the Cavs?
Cavs.
2016 Cavs. And yeah, we can throw them in there too.
Lakers. 2020 Lakers.
That's nasty.
Lakers.
That's nasty.
I think most of these teams besides the KD Warriors are gonna fall to them.
To who?
To first of all to MJ and Scotty.
That's crazy. They're not losing
to Scotty. Second Kobe.
No disrespect to Scotty and MJ. I love Scotty and MJ. But just the offense that these teams are playing, the way that these teams are playing, because under this assumption, I'm assuming that they're playing like it's 1996, and then the Warriors are going to play like it's 2015. Under these assumptions, they're getting blown out, bro.
They're getting blown out. They beat LeBron and Dellavedova in 6 games. It took them 6 games to put them out.
That's because
and keep in mind, Curry, Dellavedova was holding Curry to 18 a game.
He was holding him.
He was MVP.
But that's a different. First off, it's a different type of game, of play style. They're playing within the 3-point line. If you're playing within the 3-point line against a team post 2015 or post 2014, you're not winning. You're not winning a championship against them. That is basically my argument. Because of the way that teams play, scoring wise, and the way that they can score, you're not beating. A team before that just can't put the volume up. They can't get the numbers up.
So we're playing. Let me ask what era we're playing. Are we playing in now era or are we playing in back then era?
Even if you're playing now, okay. If you're playing back then, they get smoked. Like the Warriors, not the Warriors. The Bulls get smoked.
Bulls get smoked.
Bulls get smoked. Yeah.
Steph and them not gonna be able to just run around free back.
Yeah.
Because they can hand check, but it's also if you listen to Gilbert Arenas talk about hand checking, the only reason the hand checking worked is because point guard was trying to pass. And I think that's a ridiculous thing to say because Reggie Miller existed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Steph Curry is just as good, if not better, off ball than what the fuck is his name? Oh, Reggie. Jesus, I could not. What the fuck was I looking?
But though, so like the early 2000s it's like some of the best is the best era of defense, right? Because you can play zone and you can head check. You said what?
It's one of the worst eras of offense.
And
there was no team. You're talking about let's think. What was the team that broke that mold? What was the team that broke that mold?
What are you talking about?
They broke they was able to break through the hand checking and the zone combination. What team was able to do that? Two teams that stand out to me that had amazing offenses during those periods. It was the
Suns.
The Suns. The Suns did, I think 04-05. Either that was the year that they ended the hand check, or that was the last year of the hand check.
The 04-05 season was the season when they ended hand checking. But that's why I say early 2000s they had hand checking and zone defense.
The 2003, the 2002, 2003, 2003. What the fuck is that team called? Mavericks. Jesus, I suck at this. The Mavericks with Dirk and Steve Nash have one of the best offenses ever, especially in comparison to what other teams had. I believe that the Warriors will be able to put a very similar type of production to them, if not better. Just because of the way that they shoot threes. The way that you break zones is by passing and then having threes. A good 3-2 zone, like the Warriors can easily break a 2-3 zone with Clay, Steph, with the way that Draymond was shooting back then. No, because that nigga's falling off. But let's not forget the nigga was a shooter. He could shoot. And then you're looking at offensively. Listen, I ain't gonna say they could stop Shaq. They could definitely.
Exactly. Like I was waiting on Q1 to say something about Shaq and Kobe.
They gotta
stopping Shaq. They're not stopping Shaq. But Draymond with Draymond and Iggy, what you're gonna do? You're gonna let Shaq go off. And you're going to try your best to hold Kobe because Kobe can shoot people out of a series. He's done it before. What they would do to me is holding them off, let Shaq go because Shaq gonna get busy, and then you just try and force Kobe to shoot them out of the series, and which I think they could do because I think let's be honest. Don't
say what I think you're about to say.
Do you think the Lakers were better than the Kings that year? I'm saying no.
How many games did that series end again? The series ended in 6 or 7.
It was 7. And then one of the games they had in Sacramento, the refs stole that shit. They stole it. They stole it. And they were up 2-1. Robert Horry hit the God saver to hit it at 2. Then the Kings won game 5 in LA, went back to Sacramento. In game 6, got robbed. Straight robbed. And the question I would ask to you against the Shaq and Kobe Lakers, do you think that the Kings, because I would argue that the Kings are better than that Lakers team. I legit think they got robbed. And my question to you is, do you think the Kings are better than any of the championship teams after that? After 2014?
They had J.C. Williams. I really don't know who they had other than J.C. Williams.
I don't think the Kings are better than
Chris Webber, right?
Ike Bibby, Chris Webber, Doug Christie, Peja Stojakovic, Vlade Divac. And they come out the bench that had Hito Turkoglu, Gerald Wallace.
Yeah, that was a squad, bro.
Yeah, they had a team.
Shoot.
I'm not gonna say they were better than any team that won championship after 2014.
I think that's my argument against the Shaq and Kobe Lakers. That's my argument against them.
But you think the Kings are better than them, and you don't think none of the teams after that won championship.
That year, I think if you take the best version of that Lakers team, which is probably 2001, and the Kings the Kings elevated in 2001, 2002. I think if they weren't better than the 2001 Lakers, they were just as good. And I don't think that team can beat anyone afterwards. But it's also a matchup thing. So, because matchups used to matter a lot more back then than they do now.
Mm-hmm.
So it could have been a matchup scheme.
I'm just thinking. I'm thinking, bro. And I know you just try to debunk that. But 2015 with Bogut down there with Shaq, and who gonna check Kobe? Iguodala?
Exactly. They're gonna switch between Clay. Gonna switch between Clay and Iggy.
Clay, and then Dre will probably get some switches. But okay,
I mean,
they were not switching back then. They were not.
I think
Go ahead.
On Kobe, I think if you're counting on Kobe shooting him on a series, if you're counting on that, so
I'm not counting. I'm not counting. I'm just saying it could happen. I think if you have Clay, because you have to think about. Remember the Warriors. As we're talking about the Warriors, right? The Warriors lost to LeBron with Kyrie and
Kevin Love.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Those players, even if you think Shaq, even if I give you that Shaq is better than that LeBron, which I don't think, or that and we know that Kyrie is worse than that Kobe, right?
Yes.
Those two, the gap between Shaq and Kobe at the top, and then their next player is a lot wider than the gap between LeBron and Kyrie and Kevin Love. I would take that Warriors. I think that Warriors team should have beat that Cavs team, and I think that Cavs team is a more well-constructed team than the Lakers team.
But I'm gonna say this. You say Kevin Love, the gap between Kevin Love and the third best Lakers player is big. But we just talked about earlier today how Kevin Love was really, really bad that series.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying.
Because of who? Draymond Green. But because throughout the playoffs,
you counting on Draymond to stop Shaq?
I'm not saying. I think
bro. But on the Cavs, who's gonna match up with Shaq? Like Tristan Thompson, Kevin Love. Like, come on, man.
Matchup wise, they don't match up well with them.
If they go small, if the Warriors pull out the death lineup, right? With that Steph, Clay, Harrison Barnes, Andre Iguodala, and Draymond Green. Who the fuck is Shaq guarding?
Shaq don't need to guard nobody. He gonna drop 70.
Hey, you can leave Harrison Barnes in that corner like Cleveland did. Leave him in that corner and let him shoot him out.
Exactly.
Bruh. The difference. Okay, who's guarding Steph?
We put Kobe on him. We good.
Man, put somebody on Clay, man. He's running around. Put somebody on.
There's no one to put on Clay. You talking about matchups? There aren't a lot of good matchups for the Lakers either. The Lakers don't match up well with the Warriors either.
What's the name? Don't they got Derek Fisher? Put Derek Fisher on Clay. We good.
Derek Fisher.
They got the Lakers had Ron Harper, didn't they?
He was older than like late 30s.
Yeah, he was in his late 30s by then. He definitely wasn't Bull Ron Harper.
He might do a little bit better with Derek Fisher.
And Derek Fisher.
I
Listen, I'm not putting Derek Fisher on. Like Derek Fisher is so much shorter than Klay Thompson, bro.
I'm putting Derek Fisher on Klay Thompson. I'm putting Ron Harper on Klay Thompson.
Ron Harper probably ain't playing. There's a reason why the nigga really didn't play.
He didn't play that much.
Hey, like you said, he gonna shoot over Derek Fisher, little tail. So, what you gotta do?
He gonna outrun Ron Harper, bro.
Either way, I'm saying this. The matchups with them two teams that barely won chips against teams that were inferior to them, it don't match up to me. Like 2015 Cavs with Dellavedova being the second best player pushed into 6 games.
Mm-hmm. And then you didn't even bring up the Spurs team.
That's because they had dare I say the second best player in the history of basketball.
What about them Spurs teams though?
Hey, okay, well you bring MJ. MJ is the best player in the history of basketball, and then we got
that nigga Scottie Pippen can't score, bro. That nigga can't score. He's a
he don't gotta be no superstar.
The nigga,
I'm saying, like,
they only got a Scotty hater.
He was averaging like 20 a game.
They're gonna put Draymond on. They're gonna put Draymond, and they're gonna get up to 90, and they're gonna watch the Warriors get up to like 115. Like, that's nasty. That's nasty.
I don't, bro. I'm saying, bro, and I know you hear this a lot. But I just think MJ in today's game would average like 40 because he goes to the line so much.
Yes.
MJ against Golden State, he would put up however many points he wants against. However many points he wants, he's putting it up on.
But here's my thing.
Be honest.
Just like LeBron was.
As an off-ball scorer, Reggie Miller pushed the Bulls. Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, they're two of them boys. They can run off-ball.
You said Jordan is not an off-ball scorer?
He was like he's talking about Steph and Klay.
Are you saying like how they are?
Reggie pushed the Bulls.
Okay.
The Warriors got two essentially Reggies.
Just as good, if not better. I mean, we definitely have the best. Hold on, my bad, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Let me mute myself real quick.
We didn't bring up the Spurs teams. He said what?
Yeah, not to mention them Spurs teams. You know what I'm saying?
I talked to him about it. I had mentioned Greg Popovich. I was like, Greg Popovich, he's a top tier coach.
Top tier coach. I don't think every single team adds up to that.
Well, I brought up the Miami Heat teams too. I still don't understand his point about the Miami Heat teams.
Yeah, Miami getting 2015 Warriors out of there.
Out of there, Q1?
Out of there. Did we not mention I don't know about that Detroit team that won. Not the bad boys.
They
was playing that defense too.
Q1. Cam though. Look, check this out though. So I already said the Spurs teams before, right? But check this out. The Miami Heat.
I love Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan is probably my favorite player of all time. I don't think that they have enough. Like, I just don't think they have enough firepower to face a lot of those teams after 2014.
So you got Tim Duncan, then you got Tony Parker, who was an MVP candidate, Manu Ginobili, who's like one.
Okay, so what years? What years are we talking about? We're talking about so they had Tony Parker. What year Spurs are you talking about?
What was their best year? I know they won 07. Went after 07, other than 14.
They didn't win after 07 until 14.
Yeah. Didn't they win 05?
They won in 05, but you think that's the best version? You think that's the best version?
I don't think it's the best version.
It might be 07 when you have the best, when all three of them are at their best.
Yeah.
Okay. 07 then.
Okay, so we take 07. You got Manu, Tony, and Tim.
Okay.
And what team do you think they could beat?
The 15 Warriors. The 19 Raptors. You know I'm a Kawhi fan.
I don't think they beat the 19 Warriors. I mean the 19 Raptors.
Why?
That team is a very underrated defensive squad. One, and two, like you can put any, like they have so many options in terms of like they can legitimately defend every position well, every position. And then if you have someone going off, you put the claw on them. So like if Manu getting busy, you put Kawhi on that man.
I practically watched every Raptors game during the playoffs that year. When I'm telling you, when they took Kawhi out the game. They dropped so bad.
I understand. That's why that nigga's playing like 40. This is why you playing 40. You gotta play 40 a night, bro.
Damn.
You playing 40 a night.
Like it was ridiculous. Like people saying, "Oh, the Raptors still just as good without Kawhi." Like no, because Siakam obviously had to step up the next year because Siakam was not playing like that in the playoffs the year before. Fred VanVleet, he was hooping a little bit in the finals. He dropped 20 something.
He wasn't
plus
playing like that before the finals.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I still think. But
the game, like the Spurs are fucking them niggas up.
I don't think I just disagree with that, bro. Like if you take Tony Parker, you have just the Raptors match up way better with the Spurs than the Spurs match up with the Raptors.
All right, let me ask you a question: who on the Raptors is guarding Tim Duncan? Duncan.
You're putting Marcus all on him and praying that he don't go crazy. That's all you're doing.
That's what I'm saying. The players, we count on these guys having really, really bad series.
No, we're not talking about bad series. We're just holding him. All you have to do is hold him to not 58. Like, don't let the nigga go crazy like he did against the Nets. That's all you got to do. And I think they can.
And if the Spurs played against the Warriors, because then the Warriors didn't have no bigs inside. They were a bad rebounding team. They could just shoot really well, so nobody needed to grab a rebound. You feel what I'm saying? So with that Tim Duncan down there,
limited to just that when you're not taking into account Like, who is guarding on the Warriors? Who is guarding Stephen Curry? Who's guarding Steph Curry?
I'll put Ginobili on him.
I think it's a team effort, bro. You don't.
Why can't it be a team effort?
Popovich, hold on. Let me say this real quick, Keywan. Keep in mind, Greg Popovich, he's the one that like popularized the switching thing. You feel what I'm saying? Because I remember when it was like 14 or 15. No, I think it was 16 when the Warriors went on that 73-9 run. Right, one of them games, the Spurs was switching everything. Like even the bigs were switching on Curry, off ball screens and everything. Greg Popovich is the one that popularized that switch everything.
Who do you think was the main, the main cog in that switching defense?
What you mean?
It's a very particular person that they don't have in 2007. That was very important for them to switch in 2016. You know who it is? You know who I'm talking about?
No, who you talking about, bro?
Why fucking Leonard? I don't.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
And then,
you're right.
Bruce Bowen's good, but
I'm gonna say he was a pretty good defender, bro.
Huh?
I'm gonna say he was a pretty good defender, bro.
No, I mean Bruce Bowen was really good, but Bruce Bowen was really good at guarding like bigger players. Like he was really good at guarding like people like Kobe and Vince. I never really saw him on small players. He might be missing something. Like I never saw that nigga guard Steve Nash or CP3. And I just think if you can say it's a team effort for the Spurs, I don't understand why you couldn't say it's a team effort for the Warriors.
But then again, Tim Duncan not the only nigga you got to worry about. You got Tony Parker to worry about, Manu Ginobili to worry about. Like it's this squad.
Okay, so
three niggas you got to worry about.
To me, the best Spurs team as a team was 2014 because they had so much. They don't have those same. They don't have the facilities for that in 2007. They don't have the facilities for that, big man. I don't.
Hey, look, and then last team, then we got to go.
Heat.
So the Miami Heat, bro, they getting like you was saying, bro, they getting the 15 Warriors out of there.
They're getting
I don't think they're getting the 15 Warriors. I think that they can push. Well, okay. What years? What's the best Heat team? What Heat team?
13. That's when LeBron had his best year. We talking about 13.
So they're not beating. They're not beating 14. They're not beating the 14 Spurs, right?
Okay, cool. Wait, no, they beat them. All right, whatever.
What?
They beat.
Oh, the niggas came back different. Let's not.
Credit myself. Relax.
Oh, well, yeah. I was about to say they're not beating the 14 Spurs. It shouldn't be the 14 Spurs the year they beat them. But continue.
Okay, but they're gonna beat the 15 Warriors. They're gonna beat the 19 Raptors. They're gonna beat the 20 Lakers. They're gonna beat the 21 Bucks.
I don't think they're beating. I don't think they're beating 15. I don't think they're beating the Bucks. That's crazy to me. I don't think.
Oh, brother. Oh,
Wade brought Middleton?
Huh?
Bro, Wade brought. Hold on. The second best player on the Heat against the second best player on the Bucks. Chris Middleton against Dwayne Wade.
Listen. My argument is here. Who are you putting on D Wade?
What's the name? I'd rather put.
Who are we putting on D Wade?
Drew Holiday. I'm putting Drew Holiday on D Wade.
Drew Holiday can't guard big guards. Remember?
We did talk about that last pod.
He's only like 6'4".
What?
Kobe. D Wade's only like 6'4".
D Wade is like 6'5".
No, he's not. He's 6'4".
No, he's 6'4". He's 6'4", pushing 6'3".
Let me look this up. That nigga is not 6'3". Hold on.
6'4", pushing 6'3".
Okay.
How tall is?
And then let's not act like that year he was still Flash. He clearly wasn't as good as he was in 2011.
All right, it says here he's 6'4".
Yeah, I know.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, I know.
But he clearly was not. He didn't have to. He wasn't the same. He was still, of course, he's still D Wade, but he was not.
Up to 25.
Who was better, Flash? That Flash or that D Wade?
No,
okay,
Flash was crazy.
Okay,
exactly.
You're right.
So we're talking about who Drew Holiday guarded the best player in every series. Mm-hmm. I think he could do. I personally believe he could at least make it extremely difficult for what's this nigga's name? For D Wade. Jesus, I don't know why I lost that again. D Wade.
Hold on. We talking about the prime LeBron James with actual help.
I know what we about to talk about.
Yeah, that's
we have to talk about LeBron. Listen.
You know, that's why he's smiling because he know, man.
We put in.
Bro, listen.
Give me that squad. You give me the squad. We putting PJ on him, and we letting Giannis. We letting that nigga average like 30. We letting him average 30, and then we stopping everybody else, bro.
So you playing? Okay, LeBron gonna get his, and we gonna stop everybody else.
Okay, no, okay. So here's what we do. My lineup because I don't know why they didn't do this more. But my lineup would be Drew, Dante DiVincenzo.
Well, Dante was out. We counting that.
Okay, who they have playing shooting guard? I forgot they had.
He's back now. So
was it Connaughton or was it? I think.
Was it Pat?
I don't even know who they two was.
I think it was Pat. Let's just say it was Pat. Who cares?
Yeah.
It's really about the shooting. Pat, then Chris Middleton, PJ, and Giannis at the 5. Of course, you're gonna put LeBron on Giannis, right? That's really the only hope you have of stopping him. And then, honestly, he'd probably do pretty good on. He probably do pretty good on Giannis. No cap. But
he do.
You could switch Bosh on him too. Like, come on now, man.
No, you can't. Let's stop.
How tall is Bosh? Bosh? Isn't Bosh like 6'11"?
Like 6'11".
I understand.
He don't got the.
Do you think Bosh is better defender than?
He's a big body. That.
Yeah, you think he's a better. He's not strong enough to stop Giannis.
No, I'm just saying like you can switch it. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then.
You can switch it and get scored on. I mean, you can. I mean, you can also switch Stephen Curry on LeBron, but you ain't doing that shit.
I'm dead.
You can do anything. I mean.
But look though, when we talk about teams that can stand a chance against the KD Warriors and them boys, right? Like the 13 Heat is a team that like we bring up. Like, come on now. Like 13 Heat of the. You said why?
They can't stand. No one stands a chance against that team.
Hold on. So you don't think the 13 Heat?
No, they would get smoked.
So you don't. But all right. So in the best of 7 series, how many games you think that the series lasted?
1. I mean 5.
Yeah.
5. Yeah.
Okay, I was say if we talk about a prime LeBron James would help, bro.
They going more than 5.
I don't think so.
Right.
I think Warriors still win definitely, but I think they're like 6.
No, I don't think it's going 7. I don't think it's touching 7. I don't think it's touching 7. I think they get. I think that Cavs team in 2017 was as good as you're gonna get. Right. That Cavs team was as good as you're gonna get in terms of offense, and they were getting killed by the Warriors. Like the 2017 Cavs were better than 2016. Like everyone says that. Everyone that was on the team and all the numbers supported that 2017 team was a better team than the 2016 team that won the championship, and they got smoked. And then that's when that was Kevin Love's best year. That was his best year with the Cavs.
Wasn't it 18? I thought it was 18 because he played a lot better than 18 when Kyrie had left.
Did he play better than 18?
Yeah, I know in the playoffs he did. In the playoffs he did.
That was his best year with Kyrie. Yeah. I'll say that's his best year when they had Kyrie. He was shooting crazy. That's that year he had like 33 in the first quarter.
Yeah,
like that's the year where he was going crazy. He kind of built himself back up to close to Timberwolves, but like different. It was close but different. And the Warriors smoked them. Like KD. Like I don't think you have any way to stop Steph, Clay, and KD.
You don't stop LeBron, D-Wade, and Bosh.
Yeah, you can definitely do it better than you can stop those.
Whoa. We're not talking about the KD Warriors. We already said that nobody beating that team. We're talking about 2015 Warriors. That's what we talking about.
I think
we not engaged in the conversation.
I think 2015. Okay. So do you guys think the 2014 Spurs are better than the 2015 Warriors?
I mean, they got Kawhi on there, so I mean, hell yeah.
Yeah. 2014 Spurs been 20. Yeah,
they got Kawhi.
You say how much better? Because I don't think that the gap between the 14 Warriors, like if you put the 15 Warriors against that Spurs team, it's going 7. That's what I'm saying, going 7. And the Spurs smoked the Heat. No cap, like they just beat the shit out of them niggas.
That wasn't a championship year.
I said 2014.
You talking about 2014 Heat? 2014
2013. 2013. I think that I think the 24. Okay, the 2013 Spurs should have beat the 2013 Heat. If we're gonna be honest, Ray Allen pulled up the God shot.
I think I said that earlier, so we're gonna cut that from that. But yeah, I'm. It's just like it's just this my thing with the whole take. My thing is just like looking at it from like I know you're gonna go to analytics and all that, but I look at it from the basketball perspective. Like looking at it as
from a basketball perspective, how are you not taking into account the number of the volume of points that are being made and the accuracy as compared to years prior? There was the 2014 is where the revolution starts.
Okay,
and it's just
I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree with that as well.
You bring these.
We didn't even bring up the repeat Lakers. 09 Lakers and 10 Lakers. We didn't even bring them up.
Get out of here! Get out my
face! Yeah, I think they're getting out of here. Well, 2015 Warriors, they'll hang with them. 2015.
And then Big Three, and then the Big Three Celtics. The Big Three Celtics.
Maybe.
2015
they could beat a few teams.
I look at them and I say, man, they barely beat LeBron by himself.
Because LeBron was just that. LeBron is a hard counter to the Warriors because LeBron slows down the game and he doesn't allow the Warriors to get into the usually fast-paced sets because he slows down the game so much. That's why you remember that year they had a little bit of trouble with the Grizzlies as well because the Grizzlies are great in time because they slow it down. A lot of these teams that we're naming don't do that or don't have the
Spurs do slow it down. The Spurs were known for holding teams below 100.
Back in them can't just run up and down the court the whole game. They gotta play a half court game.
Yeah,
but it's also there is no team there's no team that you have named that puts up the volume of 3-pointers or defends the 3-point line as well enough to stop the Warriors or to stop the Warriors in 2015. None of them do. They don't have the personnel to consistently stop Clay or Steph, or none of these teams do. Even I just don't see it. Maybe I think some of them will be close. I just don't think they're beating them.
Well, I guess we gotta agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying? We gotta head out. So we got to record again.
Bro, wait, do you want me to end it or you want to?
Yeah, you go ahead and end it. All right, so yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, that's not good. You go ahead and end it.